line. So Jacksonville with all 3 timeouts, plus that 2-minute warning. Here's Chubb. Well, this is exactly what Cleveland was hoping for. You got to be concerned with their short yardage offense here in the last 2 weeks. Haven't been able to get the job done. They're over 200 yards rushing, just trying to get somebody back here. Chubb breaks the initial tackle inside the 45.
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening to you.
Sir.
Absolutely. Hey, the dog pound is coming to town. Them dogs, them Cleveland Browns, the dog pound, they're going to be ready. They feel they can run on anybody.
Yep.
They do have the number 1 rushing offense in the league. We're number 2. So for those that like running, like old school running, hey, you're in for a treat, man. Because these teams are going to run. The groundskeepers better keep the dirt great because it's going to be a heavy running game, man. Definitely.
It is, and I agree, man. It's. I know we played them 2 years ago, and that was the infamous trash talking game with the Cleveland Browns had already crowned themselves the we are the team, and the media hyped them up, and they kind of got humbled when they played the Titans. So this time it's going to be a different ball game on both sides, different personnel, more on the Cleveland side versus the Titan side, but it's almost equal as well. We got a former Titan on their side, and Jack Conklin, who's playing right tackle for them. So,
yep.
I mean, the Browns are 8-3, and they've had a pretty reasonable schedule to be 8-3, just like majority of their conference and everything like that. So, I mean, it's going to be a good game. Like you said, a good running game, good game to run. But we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of everything. But
absolutely.
Definitely. Even looking at their schedule, man, it's been a very favorable schedule for them. Very good, 8-3, and the teams that they're supposed to lose to, they lose to, and the teams they're supposed to beat, they beat. So
exactly. Yeah. And they've been in every game has been a dogfight. Pun intended, has been a dogfight for them every game. And so my goal, hopefully for the Titans with them, man, is to not allow this to happen. Don't play this game close. Nick Chubb is for real, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Reem Hunt is for real, ladies and gentlemen. Jarvis Landry is for real. So we will get into this, to break it down. We've seen a lot of film on them for this season. Man, we got so much to talk about for the Cleveland Browns. We know what we need to do. Hopefully we can execute that, man. Absolutely. So Jacques.
Sure.
2 teams coming in 8-3. Both teams, if the playoffs started today, would be in the playoffs. The Browns right now number 2 in the AFC North behind the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers, who I don't feel is, that's another story. Much respect to them. They're living on. Hey, I'm not taking it away from them.
Right.
But, we'll see as the season prolongs. We'll see what happens. But Cleveland Browns are this is the best record they've had in almost 10 years. So they are really excited right now in Cleveland. So with this game coming up against the Titans, this is going to be a challenge for us. How can we beat the Cleveland Browns and the dog pound? How can we do this?
So let's hop to the offensive side of the ball, right? You have Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, you have Baker Mayfield, who can run, okay, and you have Jarvis Landry. Luckily, and I think Njoku still plays for them. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He does. Yeah, he ain't really been playing that much though.
Okay.
They've been having Austin Hooper out there.
Okay. So with the Browns, we know their offense runs 3 ways. Okay. It runs through Nick Chubb first. Okay, and he's gonna get his yards. Second, you got Jarvis Landry, who we've seen plenty of times when he played with the Dolphins. Okay, nothing new. All right, and then you got Baker Mayfield. Those 3 components. When me and Hawk watch film on this offense, we're going to just the offense, right?
Yep.
You do damn near 2-3 things. Hand the ball off to Nick Chubb, gets his yards. Baker Mayfield's looking for Landry, but he always rolls out on the next.
Always. Facts, no paper, always.
That's what he does. I mean, most of his yards, I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of yards, if PFF did a raid on him or something, he'll probably be like in the high percent, 90% of quarterbacks and roll out and go on the run, right?
Yep.
That's his specialty, okay? But the thing about Baker is Baker does make mistakes. Baker will throw you an interception, but he also throw 5 touchdowns, which is weird, right?
Yep.
He also missed a wide open receiver when they played the Jacksonville. It's the worst, guys, people. That is the worst miss, and I'm not exaggerating, I've ever seen in football.
Yep, right here. You see it.
From just outside the Jags 5. Mayfield, a fake into the end zone. Boy, he had his man wide open, and he missed him. Higgins.
Worst miss I've ever seen. Literally. I'm looking at this. I'm like, what happened? I mean, literally, the whole defense bit, and he was wide open in the middle. He missed him.
Yep.
At that point, that tells me you're good when you need to be, and you're bad when you need to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with Baker, how we beat them on offense is if you can take away Nick Chubb, which that's a challenge, okay? That's going to challenge. I feel like Nick Chubb can get his yards, right? If you can contain him at least to like 100, just like Derrick Henry, like if you can at least contain him, you got him, right? You make him one-dimensional. You make Baker Mayfield have to beat you with his arm. You make him his number one target is Landry. We know he throws it to Landry. He loves throwing it to Landry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have the defensive backs now who are starting to gel together, who are building that continuity. They're able to stop Landry, okay? We have several capable DBs that's able to do that. So on the offensive side of the ball, you can show up, you can commit to stopping Chubb. Watch out for Baker on the bootleg, and you can take away Landry. You'll beat him on offense. The defensive side of the ball, only person we got to really worry about is Myles Garrett. Okay, people? Myles Garrett. They got Carl Joseph in the back. They have, I don't know if Ward is playing.
Nope.
I don't know if Greedy Williams, is he playing?
I don't know. Didn't see him on the injury report.
Okay. I mean, if he's playing, I'm not worried. Okay.
Yep.
He hasn't lived up to the hype. A.J. Brown, Corey Davis. I know Jonnu Smith is not playing, but they should have a field day with this team.
Yep.
Derrick Henry should have a field day. It's kind of scary because I know, Hawk, you said a stat earlier.
Yeah, Greedy Williams is on injured reserve, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
He's on IR. Yep.
Ward's not playing either?
Nope. He's out. Denzel Ward is out. Mm-hmm.
People.
Yep.
People. This should be a huge game for everybody on offense.
Yep.
Offense should eat, okay? Offense should eat, all right? Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, hell, even Adam Humphries should eat. Tannehill's going to have a field day. Only person you got to watch out for is Myles Garrett. If you can double-team him, build up some protection against him, you got him, okay? Another thing, last point. That same energy that you bought when you played the Ravens and when you played the Colts, you keep that same energy when you play these Browns. You got to be way more physical than them, okay? What I'm seeing is the Titans are pissed off. And with them being pissed off like this, it has allowed us to not just win games, but win them in a steamroll fashion, okay? We did that last week, and we should continue to do that this week. So that's my 3 points. That's how we can win the game. What about you, Hawk?
So you bring up some great points about Baker Mayfield. All I would ask you guys to do is just watch any highlight, any game, anything to watch what they actually do. Their offense is very, very simple, almost like Baltimore Raven-esque simple, okay? Literally where he literally will go around and he will look around on a bootleg on every single pass. It's a play action, bootleg, almost using the sideline as a friend of his, right? So there won't be any other DBs on the other side. He can just compete with the DB and the receiver. So he just throws the ball in the seams, on the sidelines, on every throw. They rarely, if ever, become very dynamic in their offense. They run Nick Chubb, Baker Mayfield rolls out, and that's all you see. Now, Nick Chubb is a beast, okay? Derrick Henry is a beast. They are very similar in running style. Nick Chubb is more, I guess, more bottom heavy as far as, power. He runs more with his legs. He's a shorter back. But, man, that joker breaks tackles. But I think and know that we can win this football game if we can contain him, okay? Jarvis Landry has had his share of catches this year too. He looks for number 80 because Odell Beckham is out for the season. But I really think if we contain Nick Chubb on offense, we stop him. Anything less than 100 yards will win this game. We have to make sure that he don't go wild. Now, they got Kareem Hunt too. Kareem Hunt is out there balling. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Chubb is averaging 7. The last game against the Jags, he averaged 7 yards a carry, okay, against the Jags. But when I look at them on defense, the Cleveland Browns, bro, they're not that tough of a team. They're not physical. And if a Cleveland Brown fan is watching this show, I'm sure you can agree to this, okay? Now, Myles Garrett has been out for the past few games, and he's back from the COVID list. But when you look at their defense, we just stated their DBs, their top DBs are out, okay? You got Terrence Mitchell out there, right? You have Sendeo out there, Carl Joseph. Kevin Johnson. These guys are guys you can expose, okay?
Sure.
They're linebackers, Goodson, Wilson. These guys are average dudes. Yeah. So I think defensively we can run the football on them at will. The Cleveland Browns run defense, as far as PFF's ratings, they are listed at number 31 in the league in PFF ratings via defense, rush defense, okay? Overall defense, they're sort of the middle of the pack. But we control Myles Garrett and just run the football, we'll be successful. And even if they want to blitz, A.J. Brown should cut up this game. It'll be wide open. The middle is wide open. Jonnu Smith is out, but A.J. Brown and Adam Humphries can expose the middle, and they can eat all day in the middle of the football field. So I really think it's just really a control at the line of scrimmage. Can we control Nick Chubb, and can we outrun them on our offense to their defense? So that's how we can win this game.
I agree. So we gave him points of why we can win the game. Go ahead and shoot me some points of why we can lose this game, man.
So it's Nick Chubb. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a flashback. Now, I want to say this before I make this statement. We did win this game. So let me say that, okay? But this is a better team than the Minnesota Vikings. So think of the name Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was running wild against us. Going off. Dalvin Cook went off. Nick Chubb has that same ability. He really does. Don't be fooled, okay? 2 years ago when we talked about the Cleveland Browns, Nick Chubb, that was actually his first NFL game. He was a rookie. So we didn't know. We knew about him because he was in the SEC. We live in SEC country. So we know about him at Georgia. We know about him, right? Him and Sony Michel and those guys. But Nick Chubb is a beast. If Nick Chubb goes over maybe like 130 to 140 yards or more, we're going to lose this football game. Because that's going to tear up our defense. Because then we're going to start focusing in on trying to make plays there, and then Baker Mayfield's going to throw the ball to Jarvis Landry, and they're going to win the football game. Cleveland does not score a lot of points, so I think that works in our favor, especially if we get hot on offense. But how many times have we seen the Tennessee Titans do this? Right when ESPN and all of us start talking so great about the Tennessee Titans, that's when they pull a bummer, right? So, as you stated, Jacques, energy. We have to have that, okay? We have to have that against them. And if we don't, we're going to lose because the Cleveland Browns, they the exact same record as we do. They're winning football games. And if we don't stop Nick Chubb, we're not going to win this game. That's just plain and simple. So what about for you, sir?
So what you just said, you said the energy and the hype. Don't let the hype get to your head, okay? Remember, the Titans have a better overall team than the Cleveland Browns. I just was going through the Browns win-loss record, and the teams were supposed to lose to, they lost to very heavily. For example, the Ravens beat them 38-6. The Steelers 38-7. Okay, when I'm looking at these games, and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, hey, what do I see? I see a team that is on the up and up, right? But in my opinion, they're there, but they're not there, right? They lost to the Raiders 16-6, okay? I feel like the Titans have a way better team than the Raiders, right? But the reason why the Titans resort and go back to their old ways is because in their mind, they think, well, we got it. It's an ease. It's a breeze. Well, we learned our lesson when we played the Bengals, right?
Yep. Facts, no paper.
We learned our lesson, right?
Yep.
So my thing is, you want to go in there and don't let the hype get to you, okay? When the hype gets to the Titans, the hype does this. We do this, right? Now, luckily in the playoffs, We didn't have no hype behind us. You know what I mean? Wasn't no hype train behind us. But we just came off a shellacking of what we did to the Colts last week. Don't you think ESPN and everybody has the Titans down to win this game? Right? Right? So my thing is, yeah, they have Nick Chubb. Defense has improved. The scheme has improved, right? But if you go in there thinking, oh, yeah, we got this, your concentration comes down and you let people doing DBs like Kevin Johnson and Carl Joseph get to you on offense. All of a sudden, they stopping Derrick Henry. Like, how is this happening? Why is this happening? Right? So for me, don't let the hype get you.
Yep. Agreed, sir. Agreed. So, for those that watch our show, we currently have merchandise that we're selling. It's on Teespring. That's teespring.com. You can search Tennessee Titans Weekly. It's TN Titans Weekly. Y'all, we have hoodies. We got socks. We got masks. We even have things for your wives and girlfriends or whatever. We have so many things to choose from, and at good prices as well. We have our logo. We have fax, no paper. You name it, we have it. So check it out when you get a chance. As well, I want to speak upon a sponsor as well. I know it's cold outside, but we are also sponsored by Nashville Stain. That does staining decks, staining outdoor equipment, outdoor furnishings. So if you want to check their website as well, you can go to nashvillestain.weebly.com as well.
And also, we picked up a new sponsor. We got a software company called WeVance. And if you need any website creative, software development, any marketing, digital marketing, hit up WeVance, man. A great company. We're working with them on some things. So definitely hit up WeVance. And, hey, they're here for all your services. So definitely, we'll put their information, of course, in the description and everything like that.
Yep. So, Tennessee Titans players are balling right now, right? Several guys that should be considered a Pro Bowler. So, looking at this game, if you're a Cleveland Brown fan, you've never seen the Titans play, you don't know much about the Titans, who should they be concerned about going into this game?
So many to choose from. I mean, they've seen everything. But if I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, and I know this is going to sound cliche, I would be scared of King Henry, okay?
2-2.
Okay? Hulk just stayed. He put up a stat, PFF, 31 in the league in run defense, okay? We seen what he did to the Colts last week. The middle was wide open.
Yep.
The middle is wide open, okay? They don't have a DeForest Buckner. They got Myles Garrett, yes, but Myles Garrett played the first time that Derrick played, okay? If I was a Cleveland Browns fan, I'm nervous because by the first half, Derrick probably have 150 yards, possibly, okay? So for me, and I know it's the cliche thing to say, but until you stop the king, and if you don't have a solid run defense to do it, I mean, the Joker can run rampant. Like, it's kind of scary how rampant he can run. Like, you just let him run all over, it's a wrap. So for me, I was a Cleveland Brown fan, I would be concerned for the king because at the end of the first half, this Joker could have 250 yards.
Yep.
And then you got to sit him. Just sit down, bro. Sit down. You done enough abuse and damage already. What about you, Hawk?
So I totally agree with you, man. I even want to lean to say that Arthur Juan Brown will have a heck of a game as well. But man, I was talking to my homeboy not too long ago, man, and we were just talking about the Titans. And he brought up the name Nate Davis, bro.
Oh.
And I was like, man, when you watch the tape, bro, Nate Davis is mauling folks, okay? Mauling jokers, okay? So for me, the Cleveland Browns, most people might not care about the offensive line. Everybody wants to look at the running back, receiver, quarterbacks, and stuff. That's fancy. I get that. I got David Quisenberry, Ben Jones, Roger Saffold, Nate Davis, Dennis Kelly. You don't think Dennis Kelly and them are like looking at Jay Conklin on the other side like, hey man, hey, you cool and all, you know what I'm saying? You my homie, but we about to show you what it is over here, right? We're gonna tighten up and show you what's good over here. I think the offensive line is who they should be worried about. Yes, you have to block Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is a monster, okay? And again, he's been out So I don't know, if it should be still in shape. But when I look at the Cleveland Browns defensive line, they do have Sheldon Richardson, but Sheldon Richardson,
Oh, they do have some.
this,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Miles Garrett is the only guy that I think that will cause a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
you got Ogunbajobi. I've seen him
Okay.
play Vernon. Olivier Vernon is a linebacker. He's pretty good. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
But I think you can run on the Cleveland Browns.
I agree.
Look at the numbers. The numbers are there. Big time running backs run pretty well against them. So I'm going to actually give it to the offensive line. I think the offensive line will be the players that the Cleveland Brown fans need to worry about is our line. We don't give them enough credit, man. Guys, if you see the tape,
That's
you will
true.
see what I'm talking about, especially Saffold and Nate Davis. They are Ben Jones even. They're killing folks down the middle, man. So,
Right.
and that's where our strength can be. So, yep.
Our honorable mention, the Titans offense. Get ready too.
Yep.
So, we giving the Cleveland Browns fans, players and player, or they need to be concerned about. Titans fans, give us a Cleveland Brown we need to be worried about in the coming into this game.
As you say, man, I don't want to sound cliche-ish and just say just whatever. Number 24 is for real, folks. Okay, Nick Chubb is for real. Okay, they even have a town in Georgia, named after him and named after his family, Chubbtown. Okay, this Joker Nick Chubb is a beast. Okay, we've done very well against running backs all season, but I would dare say as well, we haven't really seen a lot of superstar running backs. I think Dalvin Cook, who's unbelievable, was there and he cut up. Okay, we do have new defenders, and we're playing with a lot more energy. But Nick Chubb is a beast. So if you are not aware of the Cleveland Browns, watch 24 and watch 27. That's Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, they both have around 700 yards rushing, right? So that's 1,400 yards as a team. And, Nick Chubb has done this in 6 games. So, because he had been out because of an injury. These guys are for real, okay? Nick Chubb is a problem. If we don't stop Nick Chubb and he goes wild, we're not winning. I'm telling you, because that's going to make Baker Mayfield much easier on play action because we're going to worry so much about him. And Baker Mayfield is very accurate on the bootleg. Okay, some people try to down him like he's not really. He's kind of an average quarterback, but man, on the perimeter, on the bootleg, Baker Mayfield's dangerous, and Nick Chubb can set that up for him. So Nicholas Chubb from Chubbtown, Georgia, is for real. So what about for you, sir?
I mean, I can say Nick Chubb, but Myles Garrett. Watch for Myles Garrett. I mean, I think Myles Garrett got 9 sacks this year.
Something like that, man.
I think 9. I believe so. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But we got to watch him, especially with Quisenberry coming.
Bro, he has 9.5 sacks, bro.
Okay, so that's what I thought.
And he's missed 2 games.
Exactly. So
he's 3rd in the league in sacks, bro.
Quisenberry gonna have to strap his chin strap up, and he's gonna have to get dirty on the outside, man. And that's something that we're gonna have to worry about. I mean, I would expect Garrett to get at least 1 sack, right?
Yep.
But that's where you mass protect. You know what I mean? So for me, you got to watch out for Myles. I mean, Myles is a beast when it comes to it, especially coming on the outside. So if Arthur Smith don't dial up nothing, you better be careful. You know what I mean? So that's for me on defense.
Gotcha, sir. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. So there has to be a winner. There has to be a loser. Both teams are coming in with only 3 losses. But somebody's leaving Nashville on Sunday with their 4th loss. It's got to be it's got to be somebody. So give us what you think the score will be between these 2 teams.
So when I look at who the Browns have played this year, when they play the quote-unquote, what we say, the playoff teams that are great, right? Teams that you will struggle and you have an issue with playing, especially when you're an up-and-coming team.
Yep.
Like I said, I reiterated it earlier. They lost to the Ravens 38-6. Okay? That's a Ravens team that we just beat, all right? They lost to the Steelers. Who's team we lost, but we barely lost to? 38-7, okay? They lost to the Raiders 16-6. What's the difference between those 3 games, right? All 3 are playoff teams. Every other game that they played, they're not playoff teams, okay?
Yep.
So when I look at this game and look at the momentum that we've had for the last 2 weeks, it gives me the confidence where our offense is so powerful and we're playing Super Bowl level ball on offense. We just need our defense just to hold steady. I'm looking at a score of. I'm gonna go with this. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm looking at a score of 38-17 Titans.
Woo! That's huge. That's huge. I'm not really that far off from it, to be honest with you, man. Because I do think this is a game. It's going to be a running game, and I do think it's going to be Derrick Henry versus Nick Chubb, Alabama versus Georgia, an SEC game. But I just think, man, I think our run defense is just a little bit better than Cleveland's run defense, just a little bit. And I think that's what's going to make the difference. I really do. I just think it's that. Cleveland against Baltimore, against Pittsburgh, all these teams, even in games that they lost, they still featured the run game. Okay, Jacksonville. That's all they did was still run. Even when they were down, they still was running the ball. And so I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on Nick Chubb to perform. And he's going to. I still feel that way, but just not enough. So I think the Tennessee Titans will leave this game with a victory. I'm saying 31-24.
Okay.
I'm giving Cleveland at least 24 points. But I think Tennessee will outscore and they'll get above 30 in this game. When Cleveland has played big teams, they've all gone over 30 points. So it's there for us. What's weird, some of the games they've had though, there's been games of 10-6 and 17-10. There's some low scoring games they've been involved in, but big time scoring teams can score on the Cleveland Browns. So that's what I think, man. That's what I think.
I mean, that's facts, Hawk. I mean, like I said, looking at their schedule, it's just Cleveland is a team. They got a window as well.
Yep.
In my opinion, we see Odell when he got hurt, right?
Yep.
And Odell seems he can't stay healthy. He's ever since he had those good years with the Giants, it's just not there for him anymore.
Right.
They're beating teams that they're supposed to beat. They're supposed to beat.
Correct.
But besides the Steelers, their schedule is very, very favorable, dog. Very favorable. I mean, they play playoff teams. They play 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. So they played the Ravens, the Steelers, the Raiders, and us. So 4 playoff teams. Look at the Titans. Our schedule has been pretty tough.
Yep, it has been.
It has been,
especially defensive teams that we've had to face this year. Tough defenses.
Tough and physical defenses at that. So it just, when I look at this, and like I said, I look at the Steelers too, these two teams are going to implode eventually, and especially with the Browns. They are a team that how we were at first, where we couldn't beat the big teams. Well, no, actually the Titans were opposite. We can beat the big teams. We just couldn't beat the teams we were supposed to beat. So this is an 8-3 team that I look, if I'm really, really reevaluated, they really should be probably 7-4 maybe. You know what I mean? So
okay. Well, cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that ends the show, folks. As always, thank you for tuning in to the show. Before I close, I want to give a shout out to my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha. Happy 114th anniversary to the frat. 06, you know how we do. First and the coldest, the oldest and the coldest. So, to check us out as well on Instagram, you can check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. You can check us out on Twitter as well at Titans Weekly 24/7. You can email us at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com.
Also, I tell you this every show. Turn your notification bells on, so when we post any content, you will be alerted and you will know. Also, share the video. And every time I say share the video, I say share with your dog, your cat, your uncle, your auntie, your cousin, your bat, your dog, whatever. Share the video. Share it to any other NFL fan. Share it to a Cleveland fan. Share it to a Steelers fan. Share it to a Ravens fan, because we just don't know our team. We know your team too.
Absolutely. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on the post game on Sunday. Have a great weekend. Let's beat these Browns, and let's tighten up. We'll holler at you. Yes, sir.